Welcome to 6.7's Math Moment. Today in 5th grade, students worked more on solving problems, especially with comparison problems related to algebra. Let's go ahead and look at example number 1. On Friday, 23 students visited the school nurse. On Monday, 4 times as many students visited the nurse. How many students visited the nurse on Monday? So what I'm asking in this question says, how many people visited the nurse on Monday? Well, I know how many visited on Friday, which was my 23. And I know on Monday, 4 times as many visited that. So I'm going to take my 23 times 4 equals M, which is how many people visited on Monday. Now this becomes just a simple multiplication problem, so I need to just take 23 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, carry my 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 more is 9. So I have 92. Going back into my problem to make sure I have the appropriate label, I'm going to write down 92 students. Now to answer this entire question, I would say 92 students visited on Monday. To make sure that students remember that that's what the question is asking. So let's go on to question number 2. It says, Chance read for 1/6 of an hour before lunch. He read for 1 1/2 hours after lunch. How many hours did Chance read? So when I look at this, we've got 1/6 of an hour before lunch, and then he read 1 1/2 hours after lunch. How many hours did he read? When I look at this, this just becomes a simple addition fraction problem. I have 1/6 of an hour plus my 1 1/2 hours after lunch. That's going to give me R, which is how much he read. So now to solve this question, I just need to think about the rules for answering a fraction problem with unlike denominators. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite these. I've got 1 1/2 plus 1/6. The first thing I notice is that I can change this to become a 6 by taking it times 3. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6. Notice these are now both 6, so I don't have to do any more changing. I have to cross this out to know that I've used it. So I've got 3/6 plus 1/6, which is 4/6, and I have my 1 over here. So I've got 1 4/6. A lot of students are going to remember from earlier this year that we asked them to reduce to simplest form. As a quick reminder of that, we use cake method, or your student might like to divide by 2s or 3s, or whatever is most comfortable for them. In this case, 2s would be appropriate. So as an example, I would take 4 divided by 2, which gives me 2, 6 divided by 2, which gives me 3. So the most reduced answer would be 1 2/3, with the label being hours. If you have any questions about 6.7, make sure you see your math teacher.